Hey everybody, it's Jack
And Roma
from No Notions Travel, and welcome back to the Travel Reel, the video series where we show you where some of your favourite movies were shot and how exactly to visit those iconic locations.
This week we are talking about probably one of the most polarizing films we will talk about on the Travel Reel.
Love it or hate it, this week we were talking about 2008's Twilight.
Fuck's sake.
What did I do?
Oh,
What did I do?
you didn't do anything. Unless you're responsible for Twilight. Are you secretly Stephanie Meyer? I hate Twilight.
Look at the last!
Oh. Okay, we're gonna put a screenshot of this. We're gonna put a screenshot of the script here, right? Okay, it's here, right? You can see it. Look at this script. Cool. We're reading all of this out. We don't come up with this. We don't send this scripted normally. Jack inserted Roma's opinion here.
To be
way
nice.
too late. No, too late.
Too late.
Too late. You should have put it up there right with the name. Yeah, no, it's too late, man. I give my opinion way earlier. Even, like, specifically when people don't want to hear it. Twilight is based on Stephanie Meyer's 2005 novel, or Doorstop, and it's directed by Catherine Hardwicke, woohoo, female director, and stars Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson.
Twilight was released on November 21st, 2008. It grossed over 393 million worldwide.
That probably could have solved
So many world hungers.
so many world hungers.
It was released on DVD March 21st, 2009 and became the most purchased DVD of the year.
I'd say it's the most popular DVD in, like, charity shops now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. For good reason.
Littered.
Because I don't want to see Twilight, that's why.
Do you want to see all the do you want to know where you can buy Mockingjay copies?
For like 50
It's
cents.
in St. Vincent de Paul.
Probably, yeah. Twilight was shot in America's forested Pacific Northwest and took 44 days to film around Oregon and British Columbia. Now, one thing I will say, right, about this movie.
I feel we're going to have a lot of interjections in this
There's
episode.
going to be an awful lot of interjections. There's going to be a lot of off script here, right?
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about this movie is it's shot in a very pretty part of the world. It's a shame about the fucking acting. This movie was followed up by 4 other sequel films, just as divisive as the first, and has left a lasting mark on popular culture today.
Roma is seething.
I just absolutely hate this series of movies.
Now, can I just say as well, you said about...
I'm proud to say I have not donated a single red cent to that franchise.
Red scent, like vampires. Like red, like blood. Is it?
No, like money.
Oh, okay. Can I just say, because you said it's lovely shooting locations.
Yeah.
Excuse me, the soundtrack is banging.
You mean the one that's all over TikTok at the minute because people are taking
No.
the piss out of it?
No, the licensed music. Like
Oh,
all the
yeah.
licensed, like it has Muse. It
Oh
has
yeah. No,
Paramore,
like
has
in fairness,
Radiohead.
yeah, in fairness, like I don't know how they managed to get such a good soundtrack because, you know, I would say musicians have good taste, but this was just a blip. So
Well, hey, I guess we'll get back to that one later in the trivia section.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh, because we have... There's a subsection, the trivia section today that is about music specifically.
Wow.
I don't know what I'm putting over the screen for this, but...
We should really just video the two of us shouting at the mic.
My turn to speak. I actually kind of like Twilight. I think it's very, very funny. And I quite enjoyed it on my first watch of it. So, this is where we're at today. We have 2 very clashing opinions on a movie, which is interesting. Adds a bit of spice.
Can you hear the stare? I'm pretty sure you can hear the stare.
Yeah. Right, let's just move.
Yeah, let's just move swiftly on.
Really quick splatter warning for the movie.
This movie is shite. Don't watch it. If you haven't seen it, don't go watch it. Just keep watching this video.
I'd say
Give us the views, not
fine.
Twilight.
It's fine. We're going to be talking about minor spoilers for the story. So if you haven't seen it, come back, watch it, and then come back.
I hope you haven't seen it.
You have been warned. Watch it.
To not go and watch it.
Don't just watch it.
I will continue to shit on Twilight.
Okay, right. Well,
It's a hill I will die on.
moving swiftly along. So, Bella Swan is a 17-year-old outcast who leaves Phoenix.
My mission today is to sabotage this travel reel.
Why did you put it? Why did you agree to put it on the list if you weren't going to enjoy doing it?
Because I knew I could shit on it.
Fair enough, okay. Bella Swan is a 17-year-old outcast who leaves Phoenix, Arizona and moves to Forks, a small town located in Washington State, to live with her father, Charlie, the town's police chief.
If I was to say anything about it, right, I think the whole movie should just be about the father. Mm-hmm. Somebody tweeted it recently, and they were dead right. Dead right. So make the whole movie centered around Charlie.
Her mother... I just got a flash... You remember the baby?
The CGI baby?
Yeah.
Fucking nightmare. I see it when I close my eyes.
Her name's Renesmee.
Yeah, I know. And you know what's sickening is that they were two names that I absolutely love. Like, two names that I would genuinely... I planned to name my children. And Kirsten Stewart's face has now ruined it. Her
mother Renee is married to Phil, a minor league baseball player whose career often keeps the couple on the road. Bella becomes reacquainted with Jacob Black, a Native American teen who lives with his father, Billy, on a reservation near Forks.
Imagine living somewhere called Forks.
It's a cool name. Forks, Washington.
Okay. Keep going. I'm not reading out any facts today. I'm just going to
Is this a one-man episode?
I'm here. Here. I'm putting in a very, very valid... I am speaking for a lot of the population.
Hey, Mikey, you met my homegirl Bella.
Bella makes friends at her new high school. One of them is Anna Kendrick, which I forgot about.
Oh, yeah, she's in it. She's at the wedding as well.
Yeah. And she finds the mysterious and aloof Cullen siblings particularly intriguing. Bella is seated next to Edward Cullen in biology class on her first date, but he seems to be repulsed by her.
Yeah, she fucking had garlic that morning.
Please insert the clip.
When he looks at her and she smells like shit.
Yeah, it's... Oh, fuck.
Yeah. That was probably just Kirsten Stewart. I'd say that was unscripted.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
Hello. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to introduce myself last week. I'm Edward Cullen.
After a few weeks of absence from school, Edward returns and socialises normally with Bella. Later, Bella is nearly struck by a skidding van in the school parking lot. Edward speeds over and puts himself between Bella and the van, stopping it with only his hand.
I've seen a video where the
best scene in the movie.
I've seen a video where the dent in the car comes from like a cat or something. It's very funny.
That's a good one, actually. I've seen that as well. He refuses to explain his actions to Bella.
He's just fast.
And warns her against befriending him.
Don't be friends with me. I walk too quickly. You won't be able to catch up.
Jacob tells Bella about a long-standing animosity between the Cullens and the Quilutes, and says the Cullens are not allowed on the reservation. After much research, Bella concludes that Edward has a mysterious power that resembles vampires.
Ah, yes, because I see that you stay up all night and you don't tend to be awake during the day. And the conclusion that I came to was that you're a vampire.
I do like drinking blood.
You do?
Yeah.
Regularly?
Can't get enough, but...
Yes, because that was a natural conclusion to come to.
Yeah.
He's a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me.
Say it.
Vampire.
He eventually confirms this, but says that he and the other Cullens only consume animal blood. Because they sound like.
Definitely a lie. That is definitely a lie. Definitely. Is that the scene where they're in the middle of the woods?
Yep.
And
it's a beautiful scene.
Which is all weird, like.
It's a beautiful scene. He's sparkling.
Jesus Christ, what is this absolute fucking monstrosity?
The pair fall in love and Edward introduces Bella to his vampire family.
Yeah, let's just keep pretending like this isn't dangerous for all of us. I would never tell anybody anything.
Nobody wants a wild card, okay? It doesn't make any sense. We don't want a maniac in our group, but there's no benefit to it.
Mm-hmm. I have to specify vampire there.
Yeah. He's a vampire family.
The family's reaction to Bella is mixed, because why wouldn't it be? Concerned that the family secret could be exposed. Too fucking late.
The book and the movie Twilight are both set in Forks, Washington, a sleepy town in the middle of a wooded area. The town was relatively unknown until the release of the film, but has now become a hotspot for any fans of the books and movies. So, while the film and book were set in Forks, the filming was actually done for the film in mostly Oregon and also British Columbia.
Okay.
And they acted as locations from the book.
Oregon is stunning.
Yeah.
I think I should point that out.
Yep.
Beaut.
So there's a few locations that we're going to talk about. First of all is Vernonia. First of all is Vernonia, Oregon. This was the stand-in town for Forks, and buildings like the Wana Federal Credit Union was used as a stand-in for the Forks police station. So they changed a lot of the shop fronts, and there's a lot of this in this episode where a lot of shop fronts were changed in that area. Next up is Bella's house. It's an actual house, about 20 miles out of Vernonia.
That's a way better name than Forks.
Yeah, it's hard to pronounce though. And it's on the Washington border with St. Helens.
Then the infamous high school.
The famous Forks High School is actually 2 different schools. So Kalama High School and Madison High School were used to basically show the school off.
Okay.
Kalama High was used for the exterior scenes of the school, and most notably the parking lot scene. Mm-hmm. And then Madison High was used for the internal scenes, like the cafeteria and the biology room.
Okay.
And then that's for Twilight, the first one, and then later on they use other schools for the same school. But it gets messy then. Okay. I was trying to figure it out, but these are the 2 schools that were used in the first movie.
Okay.
Next up is the Old Town District in St. Helens, Oregon. It was the stand-in for Port Angeles in Washington. And this is where we see numerous buildings being used as stores in the film. The Petite Jolie, the Thunderbird and Whale Bookshop, and the Bloated Toad restaurant are all locations that had their shop fronts changed for the film. Some were originally hair salons, office spaces, and construction companies. And also, the alley where Jacob saves Bella from attackers is in the town behind where the bookshop was. Next up is Coquitlam, British Columbia. That is where Jacob's house was. The area is actually a suburb in Vancouver, and the structure is a private residence, but you can see it from the road.
Oh,
and
okay.
They painted the house red.
So that you could definitely see it.
Yes.
You'd know it.
Well, no.
That's kind of cool.
They painted the house red to match the description from the book.
Oh, right, okay.
But the structure is still there, as far as I could find anyway.
Okay, cool.
And then lastly is Vancouver, or the Couve, as some people like to call it, in British Columbia. It's used as a stand-in for Seattle in Twilight.
Why couldn't they just use Seattle?
Just didn't.
Couldn't be ours, like.
Yeah. And it makes a brief appearance in the film. Bella meets Jay Janks there. Rosalie's flashback in New York was shot in the city, among other brief scenes in the sequels. The city isn't heavily featured in the film, but if you're in the area, the Couve is a great place to visit.
I don't like that you're calling it the Couve.
It's called the Couve.
The Couve.
That's what the cool kids call it.
You've never been.
The cool kids call it the Couve.
Oh, God, okay. Many of the national parks around Oregon and British Columbia were used, and if you're a nature fan, like myself, and not a Twilight fan, there are some beautiful forested areas to be seen in these locations.
Yeah, so if you're Roman, go to the forest.
Yeah, just go to the forest, like.
And stop bothering us in Forks.
Yeah.
So speaking of bothering us in Forks,
okay.
Next up we have the fan tours.
Okay.
So the town of Forks, we said it earlier, it was pretty much unknown until...
Why would anyone want to go to somewhere called Forks, in fairness?
It's a sleepy town. And the books were all set in the area.
Okay.
But many locations, as we said before, were used in other locations around British Columbia and Oregon. So Forks proudly displays its pride for the books in the town. Right?
I don't think I could go there.
So there was a Twilight tour in Forks.
I hate when we say was.
Yeah, I know.
This is so sad.
This one's actually, because there's a we have a I'm not going to spoil it. So there was a tour, the Twilight tour in Forks.
Yeah.
The tour offered a look around the heart of the movie on a 13-seat bus.
That's bad luck. 13.
It is,
so
actually.
You should not go.
That's why it ended. It's over.
Feck off.
Yeah, it's done. It's not. It was.
Well, they should have known. They should have gone on a 14-seat bus.
Past tense.
My God.
A tour guide directed you around locations while you listened to music from the film. Yes.
Okay, that's solid.
Yeah.
If it was doing another movie.
The tour is no longer active, but our next part will be a good way to get your Twilight fix in Forks. So, one thing that is in Forks, currently at the moment, is the Twilight in Forks Festival.
Oh, stop.
Which takes place from the 12th to the 15th of September, and then there's stuff in the weeks leading up, but the 12th to the 15th is the days you would want to be there.
Oh my God.
So the festival celebrates the events and characters from the book series and movies. While diehard fans may want to focus on a visit to the town itself, there are plenty of other attractions nearby for everyone else. During the 4-day festival, you can attend lots of themed experiences, such as cook like Bella classes, galas.
Is she cooking it?
Yeah, she eats garlic. I don't know.
She doesn't eat garlic. She's trying to get in his pants.
No, but she ate garlic, and then he was like, During the 4-day festival, you can attend lots of themed experiences such as Cook Like Bella classes, galas, and fun runs.
Can you imagine doing a fun run with a load of vampires?
Yeah, you'd run extra fast.
You'd be so fucked. It would not be fun.
You can dress up as your favourite character and meet some of the actors from the films. And some actors who have appeared at the festival, Alex Miraz, who played Paul, and Eric Odom, who played Peter. There's also an ongoing exhibit in the Rainforest Arts Centre in Forks that houses costumes and props used in the films. The logging town only has a population of about 3,800, but tourists flock to the small town during this time and has given the town a new lease of life. So, in looking up information about Forks in relation to fan tourism at the moment, I came across a blog from a tourist and a Twilight fan who'd recently visited Forks. So this was actually from 2020.
Okay.
And it gave a nice rundown of what it's like to visit there at the moment with COVID.
Alright, okay.
But it kind of gives you an indication of like, well, stuff is kind of the same still.
Okay.
The exhibit is still there currently, because it was really hard to find stuff that was like now, as opposed to like 5 years ago. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Same thing with that guided tour.
Yeah.
This is like, that was like all the info's from like 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
And then lastly, we actually have a website that I found, and it's the Tour the Twilight Saga guidebooks. So it's a series, I think it's 4 books, that basically, they're informational books.
It's 4 books?
It's 4 different books, yeah.
4 different books?
Yeah, they're for the different movies.
Jesus Christ, the original books are bad enough.
So it's a guide compiled by other Twilight fans, for Twilight fans, and it's split between 4 books, and they're broken up by locations and areas the books and films are set. The website offers free samples of the book so you can have a look of what it looks like. I have to say, I was very impressed.
Like, no, that sounds unreal.
Yeah.
It does actually sound very, very good. Sounds like a great idea. Just not for Twilight. Do it for something else.
But then what I was going to say is that they're around $9 to buy the full book.
Okay.
And they're in PDF. It's not a physical book.
So you don't have to bring the actual book around with you.
Handy.
That is handy.
Handy.
Fair play to them.
If you go to Forks, I mean, have a look at the free sample on the website. We're going to include all this in the link in the description below. But I was very impressed with this in particular, and it just seems like a very nice little passion project for fans of the movie.
Yeah, that's cute. Fair play to them.
Roma! Trivia time!
When Bella first visits the Cullen home, when Nikki Reed's character had to break a bowl, she actually cut her hands. She's pure Leonardo DiCaprio move. Mm-hmm. This is why she's wearing gloves for the scene in the film.
So the book was originally named Forks before it was published.
Can you imagine? What are you reading? Forks?
Yeah, Forks.
Fucking
I'm
hell.
reading the Forks saga.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Stephanie!
Forks Breaking Dawn, Part 2.
Breaking Spoon.
Breaking Spoon! The publisher insisted that Stephanie Meyer should change to another name, and the word Twilight was chosen.
I mean, it makes more sense calling it Twilight.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Forks. New
Forks.
knife. I don't know any of the other names, so I can't really make fun of them. But
Spoon!
can you imagine it being called Forks? Oh my god. So, Nikki Reed, who plays Rosalie, and Jackson Rathbone, who plays Jasper, learned how to play baseball left-handed for the famous baseball scene.
Love that scene.
You do, because of the music, though, not because of
No, it's
baseball.
great. It's so fun.
Okay.
There's nothing better than a baseball scene in either shows or movies. It's always great.
Fair enough.
And especially when the show has nothing to do with baseball.
Yeah.
This is consistent. I believe this.
That's fair.
So Isabella or Bella was the name that Stephanie Meyer saved for her daughter. But she never had a daughter. She had 3 boys.
That's actually hilarious. Soz Steph. So, the first one?
Yeah, so this is... We're
so
talking
the
about this.
first one is the only film in the Twilight franchise not to be nominated for a Razzie Award. Isn't the Razzie Awards the shit awards?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Well, that's disgraceful.
It's the shy Oscars.
It has been shunned.
So, Kristen Stewart smiles over 35 times during the course of this movie.
I've smiled less than that in the course of this fucking recording.
So, Henry Cavill,
Yeah, Superman. Yeah.
with the mustache.
And your man from The Witcher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He was Stephanie Meyer's first choice to play Edward.
Oh,
But-
would have been better.
The production had been delayed. So by the time that production actually began, he was 25 years old and no longer looked like a 17-year-old. Maths.
Fair, that happens, yeah.
So he was offered the part of Carlisle, but turned down due to a commitment issue with the tutors.
He probably regrets that.
I don't think he does. Tutors is quite good, I'm pretty sure.
Well, he was better off in the tutors, but from a money point of view.
Yeah.
So when Edward and Bella are standing in the doorway of the Cullens' kitchen, there is a chess set on the dining room table behind them with red and white pieces, like the cover of Breaking Dawn, the final novel in Stephenie Meyer's Twilight saga.
Wow.
That's actually quite a...
It's crazy.
That's a good little note there,
Yeah.
whoever the production designer was there. Good job, production designer.
Good job. So, Stephenie Meyer can be seen next to a laptop ordering a vegetarian sandwich in the diner at the beginning of the scene where Charlie asks Bella if he likes the boys in the town. I mean, it's an absolutely fair question to ask Bella. She might know. If she likes the boys in town.
Okay. Leave it.
I'm a silly goose.
The bite that Edward takes out of James's neck was made of a ham and cheese sandwich.
No, just ham and cheese.
It was made of ham and cheese.
Yeah.
Ew. That's disgusting.
Delicious.
Who's James?
I don't know.
Poor James.
Calm as you see him, Bella.
Okay.
So, one thing everyone can agree on this movie is that the licensed music is non-stop bangers all around.
It actually is, in fairness. Yeah, it is. It's the only thing I can say that's good.
So, this is the only film in the Twilight series that prominently uses previously released music in the soundtrack. So, every subsequent film only used original songs written specifically for the film, or occasionally re-recorded versions of previously released songs exclusive to the film. Then, Paramore's lead singer Hayley Williams, because we're talking about people who have self-respect for themselves, as you were saying.
Yes, yeah.
She is a huge fan of the books.
Well, she lost it.
And she wrote a song for the film which Catherine Hardwicke loved. And then lastly...
Oh yeah, Jack,
Yeah.
of course you'd have to have this one, yeah.
So lastly, even though there is a song by Radiohead in the movie, it never made it to the official soundtrack album.
Good. I'm glad.
It's a good song!
Radiohead saved themselves there. Fair play.
At least it's not the song from Romeo and Juliet.
Can I just say something here, actually? Hold on. No. Don't start that yet. No. Can I just add in a note? This is a callback if you've been watching the rest of our videos, okay? This is
a true fan.
If you are a true fan, or if you are stumbling upon these, if you have watched the Crazy Rich Asians travel reel, okay? I did not find this out for weeks. That I watched the video when it was done. I apologize that is not a photo of Coldplay.
You love Coldplay.
I love Coldplay, and I didn't even notice. That's what I'm more ashamed of. So
It's a great one.
Just a forewarning.
No one noticed. I guarantee I noticed.
Because no one watches the videos.
Oh, Jesus.
If you spotted it,
What are we fighting for?
I am sorry that I let him get away with that. Because Coldplay is class. Fucking hell. I have wanted to say that now in a few videos. I keep forgetting. Go on, into bonus trivia.
Right, so bonus trivia, aka, what is it, Roma?
The Robert Pattinson Power Hour.
So, hold the baton.
Thank you very much.
We are holding. No.
Oh, we have to hold it
We're
together.
holding together. We are dual holding the baton right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Robert Pattinson stated in an interview that this is his first American role and he had no formal training to perfect his American accent.
It's a good accent.
I wouldn't know if it was good or bad.
It's a good accent.
Is it?
It sounds. He's English. He's proper English.
No, I know he's English. I just don't know if his accent is very good or not because I haven't seen them.
Have you not seen them? Have you ever watched the full movie?
No, this is only coming out now. How far are we into this?
Wait, have you never seen any?
No, I've never seen them.
Then how can you say that about the movies?
Okay, maybe I have seen them. I think I've seen a lot of them. I can't remember them very well.
Okay.
But I just know that I didn't like them. And I'm sticking to that.
Okay. That's fair. Nikki Reed got the producers to add a song by Robert Pattinson to the film. Reed secretly started recording him from her laptop while he was singing and playing his guitar in filming breaks. She took it to the director and producers, where they fell in love with his song. The next day they asked Rob if he could record a few of his songs for the soundtrack, and he reluctantly accepted and recorded Bella's Lullaby.
Is that the one that's viral on TikTok at the minute?
Probably.
The ding, 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 ding.
Possibly.
Ding,
He's
ding,
also...
ding, 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 ding. That one.
Yeah, possibly. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Also, bonus fun fact, Robert Pattinson I don't know if you know this group. There's a group called Death Grips.
Yeah, I know of that.
Yeah. So Death Grips are like a hardcore rap group.
Okay.
And Robert Pattinson actually plays the guitar in one of the songs. And he's a
Oh.
massive fan, and he's friends with the group.
Oh.
And I think it's fascinating.
That's
It's actually a really good song.
As soon as Robert Pattinson was cast, he moved to Oregon and began working on his character, both physically and mentally. He worked out 5 hours a day with a trainer, learning to fight, play baseball, and do stunts. He also had to learn to drive and get an Oregon driver's license. Really? He had to get a driver's license?
To drive in America, yeah.
But could they not just put him on the trailer? You hardly have to have a driver's license to be on the trailer.
He moved there ages before.
Yeah, but sure, he could just walk about the place.
Well, clearly not.
Okay, clearly, because he got a driver's license.
yeah.
Sorry, I thought he got the driver's license for the movie. Like, that it was a requirement.
No.
Okay,
yeah.
that's alright.
So lastly, Pattinson said in an interview that getting the role in this film kept him from quitting acting altogether.
Jesus Christ.
He was having a very tough time landing roles before the casting of Edward. So if he didn't get Twilight, we would have never gotten Robert Pattinson in The Lighthouse.
That's a heavy price to pay, man. Fair play to him, in fairness. That is a heavy price to pay. Being in Twilight so that he could have a career.
Yeah, so we could get Willem Dafoe's cum in his face.
Implied cum.
It's cum. It's just cum.
Implied cum.
Why'd you spill your beans?
Implied. So we have finally come to the end of this video. And this is all we have to say about Twilight. If Forrest Gump or any other movies, because clearly this one didn't make you want to visit another country, tell us in the comments below.
That's just my personal.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell button if you thought the hatred of Twilight was funny, to make sure that you do see when we upload the travel reel videos and more videos on affordable holidays. Thanks a million for watching, because we know we put you through it with this one, and we'll see you on the next episode of the travel reel, which will be 100 times better.
So, as it stands right now, we are divided on this channel.
Between.
We've split a line down the middle.
I never want to see Twilight again, if that's
We're
what we're about to ask.
We're either Team Twilight or not Team Twilight.
Not Team Twilight.
Team Twilight.
We're going to take a poll.
We're going to take a t-shirt order.
Yes.
Hashtag Team Twilight.
We're going to make some money from this. We're going to make a poll when this goes out to see who is Team Twilight and who is Team Roma.
Okay, that's great.
Team Sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Team Acceptable. Bye!
Thanks for watching. Bye!
Bye!
Jesus.
That was fun. I like that.
So mean.
I liked being that.